Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Video Blog. Hello.
Hello.
You alright?
Yeah, good mate, you?
Jolly good, yeah, I'm very well. Yes, it's a bit cold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bloody cold. Isn't it?
Yeah, that can only mean one thing. It's only a week till Blackpool.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means, you are correct.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact, if any of you follow our social media, we've been teasing some of the new products that are going to be there. How many new ones we got?
Was it 4?
A lot.
5? There's loads, yeah.
And they're different.
Yes, they are all different.
So it's worth coming over to check them out, guys.
So if you're expecting all card tricks, or you're expecting all mentalism, then you are going to be spoilt for choice because there's loads of different
So many.
Yeah, so check it out on the stand. We will be there in all our glory.
Correct.
So it's been busy. Busy.
The build-up to Blackpool's always busy, but I feel this year, we've really been on the right tracks, and we haven't been too bad. Normally we're running around like headless chickens by now, but we're alright. We're taking a steady approach, and I think, unless we've forgotten half of the stuff we're supposed to be doing, I think we're all good.
Touch wood. Yeah, don't even joke about that. No, we're good, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody that come over to the stand and just catching up with old customers, new customers. If you've never been to Blackpool before, then you're going to be in for a treat, and you get to see all the wonderful dealers and come over and say hello to us and check out the new products. Definitely,
and as well, I'm going to be for the first year looking around for anything that I would like.
Yeah, I've already put together a list for you and Dave.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've never gone around Blackpool to look at stuff that I'm after, and this year is going to be the year that I'm going to go there. I'm going to go in there solely for a stage piece. I'm not going to come back with a illusion.
Right.
We're not going to fit.
You say that now.
Yeah, I say that now. Bloody hell. No, yeah, I'll actually
illusion planned.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look for some bits and bobs, and then anything I come back with, I'll show you guys if I come back with anything.
Excellent.
How big's your list?
It's not that much. Actually, when I say it's not that much, it's only one or two things.
Yeah.
So
this is going to be handy. So I want this. This is turning a page. I'm just licking my
No. Oh right, okay. Yeah, just go. Who's that weird bloke over there? Just keeps doing this with his finger on his palm.
Trying to do that colour change, isn't I? I can't let that.
Or more about that later, possibly.
Yeah, correct.
So come over and check out the stand at Blackpool. Come over and say hi. So apart from a busy week, you're also getting ready for some shows that you're doing on tour.
Definitely, yeah. And it's been good fun. It's been very hectic lately.
Yeah.
But now we're kind of getting stuff put in place and stuff. So we've got a show in Manchester at the Lowry Theatre on the 10th of April.
Yeah.
That starts at 8 o'clock.
Brilliant.
UK time.
Yeah, very good.
Then then we've got some shows in Canterbury. We did have one in Cheshire, but can't get tickets for that anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
So we've got one in Canterbury. We've got two shows in Canterbury actually, one at 2 and one at 7, both on the 31st of July.
Yeah, so tickets are on sale for those both those venues now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are indeed. So if you go to our website, fourmg.co.uk, you can click tour dates and then see where we're at. But it's good because you see different styles of magic.
Yeah.
So I'll do predominantly all mentalism in my section. So we're all on together. Then I'll do mentalism. Theo does a lovely couple of card bits, which is so nice. And you sit back and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Shed a little tear.
Yeah.
And then Dean comes out with a bloody manipulation, and you think, flip it, no.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's such a good variety of stuff. And then we all come back on at the end, and again, it's like a mix, but more with all of us involved. So it's not as like defined this.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's good fun.
So the boys are on tour. 4MG have tour dates in Manchester and a couple of the Canterbury shows as well. Tickets are selling fast. So if you're interested in going to catch the boys show, then check it out on our website. We've got details on our website and also 4mg.co.uk.
Correct.
Yeah, excellent. Okay.
A lot of audience participation as well. It's actually good.
I'm aware of what you're doing, so I know it's going to be fun.
Right. So let's get on to the vlog.
Excellent.
Unless you've got anything else to say aside from that.
No. Let's take a look at what is in store on the vlog today.
Wicked.
So you may have noticed that there are a couple of heavy tomes on our table here.
Correct.
We'll talk a little bit about these in just a second. Before we do, because this becomes important later on, let's just pop those down for a second, because we also have some bits over here as well. Oh, let's move the deck of cards. Yeah,
some
I know.
Good quotes on that.
Yeah, put it down gently, otherwise you'll break the table. All right, let's talk about Sentimental. So before we talk about Sentimental, let's check out the trailer.
knew where you would stop. And I wrote something down. Let me see. Check it out, look. Oh, nice. That's really good.
Hey, was that the thing?
Yeah, it went absolutely insane last night. You're not gonna believe it. It was great.
Okay, so tell me.
I get to the bar and I start walking in slow motion.
Dude.
And then in the corner.
Really? Slow motion? Again? I thought we weren't doing that anymore.
Oh yeah. So I get to the bar, I'm feeling crazy stupid fine. I scout the area and I go up to these two chicks. I had one of them think of a movie, shuffle the cards, and without ever looking at the faces.
Wait. Cards?
Yeah.
Dude, start at the beginning.
Oh, you want to know from the beginning?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so everything started with this guy, and he was like, I'm Nicholas Moresis, and I will be creating the best mentalism effect in the multiverse. And he was like, but first, I need the best designer ever. So Nicholas found this other guy, and he was all like, I'm Phil Smith. The first rule about designing is you don't talk about designing.
Dude, what are you talking about, man? I just want to know about the performance.
Oh, okay. All right, well, maybe you've seen some of these. So, Fight Club, Memento, Whiplash, Vertigo. You know, there's just a bunch of different movies, okay? So what I want you to do is you're gonna be thinking of a card. You're gonna cut anywhere you want and hold it up against you so nobody can see. Yes? Okay, there should be some cards left over here. Hand them over to her. All right, now look at the card that you cut to. Okay, and now shuffle the cards. So here's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna basically just go through the cards like this. So just think the word stop. Okay? All right. Did you think stop? Oh, I didn't hear you. All right, let's try something else. Let's try something different, okay? Let's try, have you seen this movie?
No.
You've never seen it? Okay, but you remember the name?
Yeah, I remember the name.
Okay, keep repeating it over and over in your head. Okay, I know, cuckoo. So it has to be One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, right? And the second phase, I have never seen anything like this. It's so unique and incredible. Let's try this. Look at me for a second. I think I know. And start dealing face up quickly. Yeah, now, yeah. And then something's gonna tell you, you're gonna wanna stop somewhere. Yeah, go ahead. Feel free. Is this where you wanna stop? No, okay, keep going. Right here.
Yeah.
Something made you stop in this location, right? You could have stopped here, you could have stopped here, you could have technically stopped there or on any of these, but something made you stop here. Take a look at the card. What does it say? Which one is it?
Your window?
Have you seen this movie?
No.
No? That's interesting. Let me see.
So then what happened?
We're at the movies.
Then what happened?
Okay, so basically. Check it out, look.
I got it right. Every single time.
It has to be One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, right? Is it Forrest Gump? Yeah. Rosemary Baby. There you go.
That's crazy. Wow. Cool, man. Like, I'm like literally like looking at it.
Yeah, man, it's incredible. There's no fishing, there's no progressive anagram, there's no controlling of any cards, there are no markings. It's so simple to do. And the best part is that once you see how clever the method is, you're just gonna smile to yourself. I'm telling you, it's so good.
So what's the method?
Okay, so it's super simple. All you gotta do,
Oh.
I'll take a Sentimental, please.
Actually, I'm gonna have one too, but hold the cheesy trailer because you know I'm a little.
Yeah, I
reckless
know.
intolerant.
Yeah. Oh, have I told you about the time I wrote that cat?
So this is, I mean, it's great. Effects with movies are always popular.
Yeah.
We know this because we've had director's cut, we've had screen test.
Yeah.
We've also done some stuff with the likes of Agility.
Yeah, Charade.
So you know, this type of thing, you know, with regards to movies, films, film characters.
It's an immediate common ground.
It is an immediate common
Even
ground.
if you're not a foodie.
We've
got food on one little time ago, sorry. Even if you're not a film guru, you'll know the films, and it is like a little bond.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. This is the thing about doing effects, magic tricks with films. They're immediately engaging.
Definitely,
you can talk about the films. It gives you a good talking point. We quite often, you know, Dave, Peter, myself. You go to the cinema, and we're always saying, "Oh, how was the film? What do you like? You know, did you see any trailers?" That's always the first thing I say is, "What were the trailers?" And it's really, it starts conversation, and I think that's the good thing about introducing this sort of genre into magic. Nicholas's trick is very well thought out. It's got a couple of different phases to it. Got a great ending to it as well.
It's fantastic,
and it really is great. And it comes in this really smart box as well.
And they're nice feeling cards too.
Yeah,
you know, they're not like crappy. They're good quality.
So if you want something that's different, if you want something that is high quality, strong effect, then Sentimental is currently in stock. They have been selling really quickly because this is a new item. We are getting some more in, but just so that you guys are aware, stocks that we currently have are selling extremely quickly.
Definitely. And this is another one of those effects, guys, just like it's not obviously the same as, but just like your screen test, just like your director's cut, just like your gallery, there are effects where you can go into a lot more detail because of the props you're using. So you can talk about the film, you can paint a picture and a set a scene in someone's head rather than just red card, it's a heart, whatever. You know what I mean? You can really go in depth, and it, even though with stuff like the gallery, you can do a card trick with it, the reveals you can do go into such more detail. You take them off to a whole other thing that they forget it's even on a card. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
They're far more engaging.
Definitely.
You know, if you let's take a card effect. This is why so many people forget cards. It's because they're unfamiliar with them. You know, unless you play poker all the time or you're another magician.
It surprised me actually how many people don't even know what a club is.
Yeah, exactly. But they do identify things in films. We were talking yesterday about Jaws, and you said, "Oh, it's an iconic movie poster," and it is. It's something that sticks.
I think every person should, well, apart from our baby, will know Jaws poster.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what makes them so engaging, is because there's something that is identifiable,
and you can picture it in your head. You know, people. Sorry, carry on.
No, go on.
No, I had nothing to say.
Okay. So on that note, Sentimental is in stock, and check it out on the website.
Second phase is great.
Second phase is great, yes.
First phase is good as well, but second's fantastic. What else we got?
Let's have a look at Interpreting Magic by one of my favourite creators.
So when I was going France the other day, this is the book that I read. I was there for a night. I read this bad boy.
That is just non-stop, isn't it?
Non-stop feel-good pop.
So a few years back, David Regal's released quite a few DVDs before, and books as well. Star Quality is a brilliant book by Harry Lorraine. It really does have some good material in it. Constant Fooling 1 and 2, other Regal books, other Regal DVDs. Approaching Magic came out a few years back, similar sort of size, again
massive,
full of amazing material, thoughts, ideas, sort of the way that you would indeed approach magic. And then I think this has been one of the most anticipated books for the last couple of years, Interpreting Magic. So you know my feelings about books. You know, and this is no exception. If you're looking for offbeat material, things that are out of the norm, and you're looking at really cool and unique presentations, you're looking at ideas that allow you to think outside the box, then you should have Approaching Magic for a start, as well as other David Regal material and DVDs, and you should have Interpreting Magic. So rather than wax lyrical about this for like 10 minutes, let's have a look at the trailer from the man himself.
Hi, I'm David Regal, and I've been asked to say a few words about my new book, Interpreting Magic. Well, there's a lot to say. It's been 10 years since my last book, so first off, there's a lot of material in this book, a lot of tricks, stuff I've done at the Magic Castle, on cruise ships, things I do when someone tosses me a deck of cards, impromptu stuff, and material you'll make on your kitchen table, if you dare. But in addition, it's called Interpreting Magic because, well, anyone who's any good doing magic is interpreting magic, and the book is some how-to steps, nuts and bolts approaches to interpreting magic for you. I mean, we love secrets. We're secret-centric. Who doesn't want the best secrets? I do. But it's really just a step along the way. No singer buys the sheet music and says, hey, I'm done now. No. The secret, just like the sheet music, is what allows you to continue. In addition, there's, well, interviews with some great people in magic. Not always performers, sometimes inventors or producers. And I talk to them about how they get into magic and their thoughts. And as I did this over the years, every now and then someone would say something, and I would just be so happy that I'd be able to keep it in a book forever for you to look at. So, that's what Interpreting Magic is all about.
That's Interpreting Magic. I think, and we're going to talk about this, it's always a thing that comes up just because of my interest certainly in magic books, and we've got some other ones here to discuss a little bit later on. But this is what I love about David Regal's writing, and what he has written is it makes you think. And if you get nothing out of a magic book at all, even if you got no tricks out of that, I am 110% confident that you will get ideas from it. You'll get ideas that will make you think.
There's over 1,000 photographs in here.
Yeah, there's just tons of stuff. And we're talking...
over 60 routines for close-up, parlour and stage, which is great. Yeah. That is great.
So I know that I know 110%, like I said, that you're going to get something out of this.
Wow, that's a good price.
It is a good price. So, Interpreting Magic, we have a couple of these in stock. If you're after one, then we can get more currently. Again, being this is a new item, they are going to sell out quickly, I'm sure. Yeah. But if David Regal's your man, or you've never heard of David Regal before, but you're intrigued, then you need to check out Interpreting Magic.
Yeah, and it looks great. And
oh god,
yeah, it's good forearm.
Yeah,
that's the holding a bike.
Yeah, it is.
That's great, and the fact it does close up, parlour and stage is wicked, because like we always say, you never know when you're going to branch off and things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mum a few years ago turns into a vegetarian. You don't know these life choices, do you? Do you?
No,
honestly, you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. So I never thought I'd do stage stuff, but I find it really enjoyable now.
Yeah.
And I'm learning a lot about it. And then when you go into different environments, you're going to like different stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's good that it's got all 60 routines.
Yeah.
Not just ideas, routines.
And Regal knows his stuff. Regal, 100% knows his stuff. He writes for TV shows, he produces TV shows, he gets involved with a lot of different things. So if you're going to listen to anyone, listen to David Regal.
One person who quoted on the back, David Copperfield. There we are. End of story.
There we go.
Shut the book.
Well,
shut the door. Open it and read it.
And then shut it.
Yeah, and shut it. And then probably open it for the next 3 years, because that's quite a thick book.
Yes, it is quite a thick book.
Right, so what's next?
Not something we have here because these are new, but recently added to the website were something called the Legend Cups and Balls. They look amazing.
They do look phenomenal.
Now, I love the Cups and Balls. I would say it's one of my top 5 effects, if not my top 5. My top effect.
I would say it is your top effect.
It is, yeah. I guess
get so excited.
I do. There are other effects that I enjoy, but yeah, I think you're right.
We saw Andy doing some magic, and Lily, we saw you do cups and balls then, and she's still blown away by it. She always, every time she goes, "Yeah, that's good, Harry, but Andy with the cups." Look, she just every now and then, I'll just see her, just get like, I'll just be sitting at the table, she'll just get like 3 glass cups, just because am I doing what Harry's doing? I can't do it, alright?
I've set a standard now.
Yeah, you have. Bloody hell.
Whoa. But yeah, I mean the cups and balls is one of my favourite. The Legend cups and balls look absolutely amazing. They come in 2 different finishes. They come in aged and they come in polished. It'll be a difficult choice for me to decide which ones I like.
The aged ones, they both look phenomenal, but
they do.
I think the aged ones just look a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because I feel like when you hit, they're going to give it right. Ting.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
I wouldn't hit them.
What
are you talking about?
You're joking.
Hit them. The aged ones, I think, for me, do look very nice. They're both the same price. They both come in exactly the same style as such. It's just the finish that is different. So everything else is the same. It's just the finish that is different.
And they come in a. How do you transport yours around? Do you just have them inside each other?
I have mine in a velvet bag.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Not Schmetzer's velvet bag.
It was Leo that gave
Was
it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
This is the thing, guys. They come in a box, which isn't a lot. It's not needless packaging.
No.
So if you transport them around, you can keep them in that box, and the box is like sturdy. They're not gonna get dented or anything like that. Not they will.
Yeah, lots of people carry them around in socks.
Do they?
Yeah. I don't know. I used to carry them around in a sock as well. One of my sets is still in a sock.
Is it?
That came from Leo.
Have you worn that sock before?
No. Well, from Leo.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Leo,
Schmetzer.
But yeah, they are amazing. And just to finish up this section, just talking about those, let's have a quick look at the trailer for the Legend Cups and Balls.
The cups and balls are by far the most legendary trick in all of Magic. It's been performed for thousands of years and perfected in the hands of some of Magic's most iconic figures. The Legends Cup and Ball set is made from high quality, beautiful copper that makes this the premier set on the market. They come in 2 finishes, polished and aged. The polished cups come in a classic, highly shine finish that shows off the brilliance of the copper. The aged set has a hand brush patina that gives the appearance of an old antique set of cups. The Legend cups weigh in at almost 2 pounds for the set. That's over half a pound per cup. There are no gaps in the stack. They sound outstanding. And they're so durable, they'll last a lifetime. These will possibly be the heaviest, most high-quality cups you will ever own. And once you get your hands on them, you will never, ever look for another set. These are Legend Cups and Balls.
So that's it. That's them.
Makes you want to learn it.
I think you should.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think you should. I think everybody should learn the cups and balls.
You've done a chop cup thing, someone in the shop the other day, and even that, I look at it and think, bloody hell, that's so good.
Yeah, a chop cup, cups and balls.
It's just so simple, isn't it? That's why, easy to follow. That's why.
Yeah, there can be complicated routines, but it's a very clear plot. Lots of different.
Yeah,
points.
especially with a chop cup. Do you know what I mean? Is it in under the cup or in? Yeah, I mean, it is easy to follow rather than
whatever that is.
You know what I want about.
I do know
that
what
routine. Yeah,
I do.
Page 67.
That's.
I'm joking. You will not find took like that in there. Let me tell you.
No, you most certainly would not.
Right.
But yeah, check out the Legend Cups and Balls. Like I said, they're on our site. If you're into the cups and balls, and I know a lot of people are, then they look amazing.
Isn't that the trick someone used to get into the Magic Circle?
Yes.
Whom?
Prince Charles.
There we are, guys.
Yeah, Prince Charles did it. Yeah, good. I did it as well.
Did you?
Yeah, both my auditions for the Magic Circle when I originally joined, and for my AIMC as well. Yeah.
What cups
I'm in
did you
good
use?
company. What cups did I use? The first time was an old set that I brought, my first set of proper cups and balls, but they were quite big. And then the second time, the set that I still use now, which I brought from Paul Daniels. Paul Daniels used to run a Magic Boot Fair at his house. He used to go along. Yeah, I brought them there from his stand.
And just out of curiosity, if you do want to do the tap on the top of the cups,
yes,
what wand would you recommend? Because I know we've got a lot on the site.
Yeah. So we've got some nice Magic Makers ones currently on the site in brown and gold, silver and black.
The brown and gold look phenomenal.
They do look phenomenal.
They do look lovely.
They're quite heavy. So if you're going to tap the cups, then you've got to be a lot more.
Do them ones?
They screw together, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good because you ain't got to carry around something this big now. You can carry around 2 halves.
Yeah, they're very handy. If you learn how to do any of the one spins, like the Verdun one spin or the Amar one, it can make that a tad more difficult because they're heavy.
Yeah.
So if not, then the Amar wand, that's really nice. It's slightly longer. It doesn't split up. It's slightly thinner as well, but that's nice, and it's perfectly weighted as well to do the spins.
But they look really. I really like the brown one with the gold.
Yeah, they are nice. But like Harry said, there's a few different ones on the site.
Have a look, guys.
Yeah, have a check out. I think it's time to do the Andy versus Harry challenge. So
correct.
Let's run the video. You're worried, aren't you? Are you worried?
Scared.
You should be worried.
I am scared, mate.
You should be worried.
As soon as I get in this morning, he's like this. Bling, 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 bling.
So let me just move this round to here because that's for a bit later on. So last week's challenge was by Doug Heath. Doug actually sent in a couple of different challenges, but I chose this one as a slight tactical advantage. Maybe. And it was all to do with flourishes. What sort of flourishes we kind of do.
Definitely.
We discussed, we mentioned last week that it would only be card flourishes.
Yeah.
Right, so nothing with rope, nothing
Thank
with
God
coins.
for coin rolling, that was out of the equation. This guy.
What? I'm doing it now.
Yeah, you did. What was it? Roll. Yeah.
International
That
sign.
is wicked though.
So let's talk about the flourishes.
So, guys, I will just say I pre-recorded my one because I do get nervous doing them next to you.
You pre-recorded it?
Yeah.
Oh my
You
God.
haven't seen it yet.
No.
But
I can't believe that you pre-recorded it.
I can't do it here. No, guys, honestly, I do get nervous here and I feel like I can't perform to my full potential.
Right, okay, alright.
So do you want to see the video?
Yeah, let's have a look at the video.
Okay, let's take a look. Now I will say I've had a hair. No, I have I've had a haircut since then.
Right.
It's not funny. It looks a bit odd.
A bit of cheating going on.
No,
here.
I've had a haircut. Look, I have had a haircut since then.
Yeah, I think there may be a bit of cheating going on there.
How so?
Well, I think there's something dodgy. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you think there's something dodgy there, I think you should at least drop me an email or call me to let me know. So, do you have a flourish?
No, I have actually got a flourish.
Yeah, go on.
This is the thing, guys, because obviously I just busted that out. No.
Oh, right.
Don't worry about
nonchalantly.
it. Yeah, but basically, there's so many different types of flourish. We both thought, unless you've changed your mind. What are you doing?
Well, it doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Are you
Should we take out the cards? What are you doing?
Well, I thought we both agreed to do like a one-hand cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because there's so many different types of flourishing, we both agreed to do something quite similar, which is a one-handed cut. Now I'm transporting my cards in this bad boy, which is a deck shooter. And you know on Guns you got the magazine. Watch this.
Wow.
Yeah. No, guys, these are on the site as well. Yeah. This is a brown one. And basically, it's a sturdy thing, like a case. Well made, really well made actually, and it just keeps your cards, because obviously I keep my cards in my bag and the corners get battered up and stuff like that, and sometimes I don't want to carry them in a little plastic case, you know? I don't want to do that sometimes, so I brought out this bad boy. So this is a nice brown one, and it's good because it's made just a little bit larger than a deck, so you can fit your cards in there like credit cards, stuff like that if you wanted to, and yeah, they come out quite quick, magnetic locking, and then bang, like that.
Nice.
Beautiful. So anyway, yeah, I went for these. Got these at Cardiff Street Con. Wow, that's legit flourishing. Nah. But yeah, we both agreed to do a one-hand shuffle. So I realised
One hand cut. We could do it one hand.
No, I don't. Yeah, but you do one now. Can you do one?
No. Do you know what? That is likely. I have to be in the right frame of mind to be able to do this.
If you do this, I'm walking out of the room. Oh, fuck. That wasn't even long to do that as well.
I was in the right frame of mind.
I can't do that.
Your dad does that very well.
Yeah, he
actually.
does do that very well.
Yeah, he does do it very well. Oh
no, it fell. But guys, we've been learning like little different moves. Oh, hey,
there we go.
You little cheater. Boop. Yeah,
There we
mine.
go.
Yeah, this is actually a sick one.
Yes. Hey,
Nice little pop. What is this called?
That's called spring set.
It's a good one. Look, imagine this. That's that. Believe it or not, guys, this is a switch.
I'm just gonna do that.
Ain't it a switch?
Okay.
So, right, no, let's actually do a one-hand cut. So we both agree to do a one-handed cut.
Yeah. So before we go any further, though, the one-handed cut that we decided to do was the same one-handed cut up until one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to let you know, this is the Erdnase one-handed shift, but done as a flourish. Yeah. I do it like this, and Harry does it just ever so slightly different to me. Nice.
Just like that, guys.
And he is. Do you know what? I am so impressed because this is a new addition for Harry, right? He hasn't had long to pick that up, and he does it very, very well.
You know why? Because it's actually right. Don't. Why you said that? Why did you say I done it well now?
No, honestly, on camera, that is amazing, bud. Honestly, I'm
right.
so
This is gonna
impressed.
be a good one. No, it ain't.
Oh, was that your
Andy,
card?
take it back.
Take it back. All right, I'm taking it back.
Right.
There we go.
Don't look. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Kind of.
Brilliant.
Yeah, kind of.
Brilliant.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And look how satisfying that one is.
What one? This
I like the Revolution.
So this is the Revolution cut. That's the Erdnase one-handed cut. Should we do a triple cut? Should we go for it? Should I try this?
Oh yeah, go on. There.
Yeah. Okay. So you cut once, twice, like that.
That looks nosy.
So yeah, there are lots and lots of different flourishes out there, as you can see. Oh.
And these ones are fun as well, aren't they, Andy? When you just chill and you just do one of them if it lands.
See, I can't do that.
You can.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
I can do this. Hang on, that's good.
That's off the camera.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, that's sick though.
Let's try it again.
Back.
And believe it or not, that we see carbonated platers using that, but that was originally intended as a flourish.
Was it?
Yeah, it was originally intended as a flourish.
Guys, it's actually difficult when you wear a ring. Can't do
So I think we're on an even kill with the old.
Yeah,
with the old.
I would agree. But guys, we kind of waited to do. Should we quickly try and break it down if they did want to learn it? Because it's just really quickly.
We can do it as an added bonus.
Yeah.
No,
just in case they want to learn.
It's not really exposure, is it? Because it's a flourish.
Yeah, you're just flicking a card.
Okay, go on then.
So with this one, bear in mind, obviously I'm not pro, but you want to hold it like this. Yeah. So little finger there, top finger there, thumb there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what you do is you put your thumb over here on top. Yeah. And you curl your middle and ring finger down underneath the pack.
Ah.
Okay. Then.
So just a quick aside, I do it slightly differently because I only have my ring finger go underneath.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right.
Finesse.
Yeah. Finesse. Yeah, you got your two
Yes.
fingers. Right. Yeah. Then what you want to do is you want to lift up a pack with your thumb. Yeah. And then basically your ring and middle finger are going to push the cards up. So what happens is. Yeah, your thumb's there, and as I come up, you just push them up like that, and they should stay together.
So this is if you want to do the twirly.
Yeah, that's
the
just
twirly thing.
that's the twirly bit of malarkey there.
So if you didn't want to do the twirly thing, bit of malarkey there, it's essentially the same thing. So held in exactly the same way. Pinky at the bottom here, the thumb curls over the top like this, so it kind of hooks over the top. Feels really weird, but my ring finger is now at the bottom here. All right, it's going to pull down that packet. And it's only held between this finger and this finger here, but it's in contact with this packet. So what's going to happen is I start to stretch my ring finger out, it moves up that packet, as soon as it's cleared, this all collapses back down. Okay?
So
you just, yeah, that's, but it's one that you can practice doing, you can do over and over and over again. You can also, and I'm just going to give you the tip on this, do it as a covered thing as well. because it was originally a shift or a pass.
Oh.
So there we go. So is that it for?
Yeah, I think so. They're actually
Let me
so.
just cut the cards. Hang
Oh
on.
yeah, right. Should we just do it one last time for
Just-
not messing about no more? Oh my golly gosh.
Gosh. Nice.
Oh, it's still- also, just one last thing, guys. If you want to, I don't think it looks as good, but if you wanted to, guys, you can flick it up like that. You know, I don't think it looks.
And produce an ace.
And alright, so
produce an ace.
you do it and see if you get an ace.
No, I
try it.
cannot.
Yeah, that was good, man.
No, it didn't really
Is there
spin.
an ace?
Let's have a look. There's an 8. That was close.
That's
Ace
not
8.
bad.
You can get confused by some of it, I guess. Wow,
No.
look at that. So I guess the thing is that with flourishes, it's good to talk about the flourishing thing, because flourishes are one of those things you always get. I mean, you went to CardCon the other week with Theo, and you had a great time. You saw lots of people flourishing there. There was a couple of our customers that had gone.
Yeah.
And we're talking about like some amazing flourishing stuff.
Wow, yeah, they are. Different gravy.
Yeah, multiple packets, things flying up in the air.
Like the video with my old haircut. Like that. They are insane.
Yeah. You took something away from it then. Yeah. But the flourishing has reached a whole new level, and you all always have people that have been in magic quite a few years that will say, I don't flourish and I don't do this, and flourishing is just showing off.
Yeah, you don't need it.
So there's two schools of thought here, and you're the only one that can make this decision, and that is if you flourish, yes, it can look a bit showy.
Yeah.
So if you want your magic to look hands off and you want it to look, put the card back in here, you do nothing, and then it comes to the top of the pack, probably best not to do flourishes. And if you do, maybe some minor ones like spreading cards on the table between your hand or maybe a fan. If you want some credit for your talent and the amazing things that you can create using the flourishes, then why not?
True.
Why not?
It's not, the thing is, it depends how, like, you can do the moves and it won't be showing off if you do them in the right way.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm the worst flourisher you probably ever see. I don't do any flourishing, but when I do, for example, an in-the-hands riffle shuffle, people are like, do you know what I mean? And it's just showing that you're confident with cards, you've got a skill with cards, because at the end of the day, you are a magician. Do you know what I mean? You should be able to handle cards.
Exactly, and I think that's it. It's you should be able to handle cards. You should be able to handle them with a certain degree more so than a normal spectator.
Yeah.
And also it depends on the trick at hand.
Yeah, definitely.
If you, like I said, if you're doing something where you don't touch the deck, and then you take the deck back and immediately do Sybil, or you say, just think of the card. Now I couldn't possibly know where your card is. Blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then that doesn't really make sense.
It's true.
Right. But if but it depends on where you're going. I'll give you a good example from my own performing style. I do some flourishes. I do card fan. I do a thing where a card jumps out the deck in the context of effects. So one of my favourite effects is Easy Ace Estimation, right?
Yeah.
The Paul Gordon effect, and I love it because presentation, I sell this idea of, I can do anything with cards, cut to the 4 aces. At one point, I'm left with one last ace. Right? Now I know if you watch Paul perform this, he does the benzo spin out. This sort of like cut and it flies out.
That's wicked as well.
Right? That's flourishy, but in the context of the effect, it works because you're talking about cutting to aces. I don't do that. I do the effect up until the point where I've got one last ace left to find, and what I do is I say, look, I'm just going to cut, and I cut the deck like this. And I say, how did I do? And I throw this down, face down. They turn it over and it's the wrong one. And then as a joke, I say, twos are wild. And then I put it back on the top and I say, but I never ever welch on a bet. And I will cut to the last ace. But to make things difficult, I do it with one hand. And then I do this sort of like thing. Yeah. Wow. And then when word of a lie, I get to this point here where they see that fly out, I catch it, I look at the other aces and I go, like that.
Yeah,
And it works in the
Yeah.
context of that routine,
Yeah.
because up until this point I've done nothing,
Yeah.
and then I don't welch on a bet. I will find it, but I find it with one hand.
Yeah.
And then I find it flashy, but it's consistent with the rest of the effect.
It's true.
You know, and also there was at one point before I even got to that bit, I would say I'm left with one ace, and I would do Sybil. So I would do this packet cut. So I would do this, and I go, hang on a minute, I've just got to work out whereabouts it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I put it all back together again.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Yeah.
I put it all back together again, and then at the end, you know, it go.
Yeah.
And then I would do the cut. I would go, oh, I would cut to it. Is that it? No. Oh, do you know what? I did say I'd never welch on a bet. I'll find it with one hand, you know, and then do the one-handed cut. So it really depends on what you're trying to go for. But you're right. You should have that sort of, you know, you do magic. You're a magician. Should be a bit more proficient with cards.
I mean, yeah, obviously you don't have to do all that stuff, but yeah, just maybe if you can't shuffle cards well. I mean, sometimes to be fair, I fumble still, but you even just practice this. Just try and get, like, do you know what I mean? I just dropped a card, but try and get your overhand shuffle smooth, because at the end of the day, you are a magician. Do you know what I mean? They expect.
Yeah.
They don't expect miracle. Well, they do, but do you know what I mean? You should be able to just shuffle cards just casually. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you should have that thing. But yeah, obviously you don't have to learn every flipping skill in the book. But yeah, it's good to.
And it gives it texture as well. You look at Dan and Dave Buck. You know, you look at when they first released their DVDs, they were doing some amazing magic that looked impossible, but some of the things that were happening in there involved flourishes as well. Now, they had this wonderful card transposition where they put a card over in this packet, you see it go in, and then it pops from the middle here, face up.
Oh wow!
I think it's face up or face down. It looks great. Visual changes, you know, Jack Carpenter has a wonderful effect called impulsive premonition, which is a bit like Chicago Opener. So he has someone select a card, that turns out to be the only red card in a blue deck, which he spreads, and then he places this card on the table, he has them select another one, he then puts this in the pack like this, and he says, but that couldn't be there because that's the only red card, and then as he does this is now blue and this has turned to red.
Oh wow!
And that uses a really, really neat colour change of his, but as a you know, it is a flourish at the end of the day because it's a colour change.
Yeah.
But in the context of a magic effect. So play around with it.
Definitely.
With it. If you did want some great tips on flourishes, then we could recommend one amazing course and one amazing DVD.
Yeah. So the course was called Why Flourishes by Colin Klaus.
Yep.
And it's a great, obviously with the Academy, the camera angles are fantastic. You can obviously rewind and stuff like that. But yeah, you get an overhead shot so you can see from, especially with stuff like flourishing, because finger position is so, I mean, like I said, I'm not a good flourisher, but finger position is important.
Yeah.
So even if your thumb's here and it should be there, do you know what I mean? It does make a big difference. So you've got the overhead camera, and he teaches you from, he says basic stuff to finger flicking madness is what he says.
Yeah.
And he's such a nice guy as well, and he's great
yeah,
shooter.
and well taught as well. And actually, Harry's just hit on a good point there. You know, when you're learning flourishes and your fingers are going in different positions, this helps you no end when you're trying to learn more complicated sleight of hand as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's kind of understanding what works with the dynamic of your hand.
And this is stupid, but how to move a certain finger.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Moving your ring finger, if you were to, like, do you know what I mean? Unless you do stuff, it's quite hard to practice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. Like.
Yeah. So you do benefit a lot from sort of studying that. The other resource that is well worth checking out is this amazing DVD. This is Celestial Mechanics by Dave Davies. It's brilliant, and I would think that I'd be correct in saying that Dave Davies was really the first person in the UK to really push the whole flourishing movement. If you ask magicians such as Will Houston and a few others like Burnell, Justin Hyam, I'm sure that they would agree that, you know, Dave Davies was really the person at the time that was really pushing the sort of flourishing aspect of magic, and the flourishing aspect of magic also in conjunction with a magical effect.
That's what's important as well.
Yeah.
Not doing needless stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On here, a lot of the stuff I'm reading here, a flipped packet which produces a card.
Yeah.
You know, so it's great that on here you do learn techniques that you can use in correlation with your tricks, which is good.
Like we were saying earlier on, Flourishing now has become its own branch,
Yeah.
and it's become its own art form. But yeah, Dave was really one of the first to, like I said, introduce it to UK or kind of push it a bit more in the UK. But also in the context of what the end result was magically as well. If you're interested in learning about either of those, Colin Klaus's courses on our website to purchase, and also currently on our site is Celestial Mechanics. It's available, I think, as a streaming video or a DVD for a limited time only. Celestial Mechanics as a DVD is reduced to £10. So, yeah, I know. It's reduced to £10. You will still get free shipping on that.
Wow.
So if you like what you see from the trailer, then
check it out.
check it out.
Check it out.
All right.
Wicked, yes, that was great. That was a fun one, you know, different from what we've done before.
It was. Thank you very much.
Great choice.
So I thought we'll have a bit of a we're gonna do two challenges for next week.
Oh, okay.
All right. And three and a competition as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna have a quick sip of this whilst you tell them.
okay. So. We had a couple of people write in with new Andy vs Harry challenges. One of them was Peter Rees and the other one was Rich Gerish. So congratulations to you both. Please send in me your address and I will send out a deck of Academy Elites to you. The first one from Peter Rees, right, was children's magic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I thought the way he looked at me, that's why I done that face. I was thinking he's going to be like, yeah, one I picked again.
Yeah.
All right.
So was children's magic. So effects that we would do for children.
I've got a great one.
Have you really?
Yeah, I have. And it's going to be one that you may think, really?
Oh, right. Okay.
But it's thanks to Alec Mitchell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so Peter, we're going to take on board the children's magic one.
That's
so
great again.
An effect, a trick that we would perform for children. And the other one is slightly more unusual. Okay, so this is from Rich Gerish. This is a challenge for you solely and for my designated person.
Oh, what?
Yeah, right. So we have Blackpool next week. This is the idea. Okay, you need to get as many business cards from different magicians as you can, and I will ask one of the others to do exactly the same for me. All right, and then we're going to put them into a bowl. Well, we'll count them up, see who's got the most.
Oh.
We're going to put them into the bowl, and then whoever we pull out of the bowl, we'll get in contact with them, and then they can win a deck of Academy Elites. Yeah?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Excellent.
What if, as well, that person has marketed effect? Can we learn it or not? Is that too far?
Yeah, no, we'll stick with the business cards. If they've got marketed effects and they want to...
Yeah.
Yeah,
right. I've taken it too far. I got a bit excited. Well, that's a great idea, you know.
Such a simple concept, Rich.
Yeah, sorry.
It was such a simple concept. So two for next time.
Yeah.
In fact, we won't. When I say next time, we won't have a vlog next week because you guys will be away in Blackpool and I will be here on my loon. So we won't have a vlog next week. It'll be the week after. So in that time, we've got to perform our children's magic effect.
Yep.
Yeah, and also business cards for.
Yep.
Someone put it out. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna have a look around Blackpool for some sick children's magic.
No. You said you had something.
Yeah, I have got something. But now I'm thinking about it.
I have got something, but now it's the biggest convention in the world.
The magic world is my oyster.
Yeah.
The next Wednesday to Monday.
That's right.
Also, guys, talking about Academy Elites, if you do want to learn Flourishing or you do want a good deck of cards that are very easy to handle, pick up some Academy Elites.
Yes.
Because the way I describe them is they're slightly thicker, wouldn't you say?
They feel more pliable.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're not. Oh, sorry.
I was going for
Sorry. No, but do you know what I mean? They're like Yeah, they're very pliable and they're great because they're very smooth.
Yeah, they're a good feeling card for Flourishing, for sleight of hand. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah,
with that.
definitely. So guys, check them out.
Yes,
and they're large index, which is fantastic as well when performing tricks.
Oh, can I try this on camera?
You can try what you want, brother.
This will be unique if. Excellent. On camera.
Alright, pass me right now.
Go on.
Give me it right now. This is actually also a fun one, but don't judge my fan, so I can't do a fan.
Do you want me to do it for you?
Yeah, I'm not great at it. But you got a hand to me. Oh well, that's not bad. I'm joking, that's better than mine. Oh god, I've ruined it. You know this one too. Great, so there we are. Right, let's just get rid of the Andy Fairy Challenge. I'm getting angry right now. Right.
So, Peter, Rich, well done. Email in and we'll get a deck of Academy Elites out to you, and we'll look forward to seeing the results of those in 2 weeks'
yes,
time.
Definitely.
Brilliant. Okay, so lastly,
so
this week, it's been a busy couple of weeks, and this week we heard on Tuesday the passing of Roy Walton. You know, I was trying to describe this to Debbie last night because we were talking about something and it had come up, and Roy was one of the last living legends of magic, and it's easy to kind of say, oh, you know, that this is brilliant and this is that, and etc. etc. I never met him. Oh, I say I never met him. I think I managed to smile at him once at the session or somewhere. He was there. I managed to smile at him, and very what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't until that point. I mean, he was there for quite a while, but it wasn't until that point I realised who he was. Right. And I think that's kind of testament to the fact that he was he was quite quiet, you know, unassuming, just really sort of down to earth. And from what I've seen from people that posted up about him, this was kind of him. You know, he was a nice man. You know, he was gentle. He was lovable. Very down to earth. Yeah, and much like great magicians are. Yeah, and so you know, it's. I feel we're only fitting to talk a little bit about his kind of work, and this is what kind of happens when you have a lot of stuff in print. You know, there's only certain effects that people tend to hear about because they get performed a lot. Card warp is a Roy Walton effect. It's a popular effect. It's been ripped off and published by people without credit, which is a shame. The Smiling Mule is another effect of Roy Walton's. Cascade. So these are things that, you know, if you ask magicians, do you know the Roy Walton effects, they're likely to probably name. And that's because they've probably not discovered the material that is out there in his books. Right. And that's a shame. But if nothing else, hopefully this would encourage people to go out and search for some of the other material. Yeah. I don't currently own a copy of the Complete Walton 3. From what I understand, it's to the highest calibre of the Complete Walton 1 and 2. Right. Yeah? And I will get my hands on a copy at some point, I'm sure. For a start, I'm a big Roy Walton fan, and secondly, I hate having two of the set when I should have like the third one. So these are the two books here. These are the Complete Waltons. These are quite old. My copies are quite old, I should say. And they contain some amazing material in here. And also a...
oh wow!
Yes, this is a signed thing to me from Roy Walton. This is actually Cascade. It's a great effect anyway. But yeah, so there is tons and tons of great material in here. This is the thing, right? It's not complicated material. Yeah, don't think you're going to hear the name and it's going to be complicated sleight of hand. The effects are extremely clear. The magic is extremely direct from a method point of view, And the descriptions here, you may read them and think, oh, they're actually quite brief, but they get to the meat of the effect.
Which is good as well.
Which is good, yeah. So if you're going to read a magic book, you want it to get to the point really quickly. There's no point reading through like pages and pages and then, you know, really having no idea from there what you're doing. These are written very clearly. They're written with a purpose in mind, which is literally, this is the effect, you know, this is the method behind it, this is the kind of directness to it. The material is brilliant. It's diverse material, which is also good. It's not the same kind of material. I have a couple of favourites, which include the Smiling Mule.
That's a good name.
There's a wonderful effect called Travellers in Time. There's sandwich plots in here. There's collector's plots in here. There is really something for everybody. Oil and water. There's also some tips on sleight of hand, so things like passes, false deals. So if you want magic that is very strong, very well thought out, and you've never checked out Royal Walton material before, apart from Card Warp or the Smiling Mule, then you should try and get your hands on a copy of these books, or Walton Volume 3. Where
would your best bet be getting?
As far as I'm aware, they're out of print, so you probably have to go to I don't know, somewhere like Magic Week or Secondhand Magic. Okay. Have a look around.
Yeah.
They do crop up from time to time. If you see them, snap them up. You know. So I really do think that you will thank me for that. The Roy Walton 3rd volume, I think, is still available. And if you don't own that already, be like me and just grab one of those as well. Yeah, take my word for it. If you're thinking, oh, do you know what, I'm still a little bit unsure, all right, then one other recommendation that I would make is this. At the time, lots of magicians, Vernon, Jennings, Roy Walton, Ed Marlowe, you know, they were making their own publications, but they also contributed to magazines that were out.
Right.
Yeah. So you had magazines like Epilogue, you had Richard's Almanac, and a couple of other ones. And they're quite difficult to get hold of, some of them. But L&L a few years back, they published them as like bound volumes.
Oh, wow. Yeah?
So you can get, or you could get Epilogue as a bound volume, Richard's Almanac as a bound volume. And also the Chronicles, which is this book here. Now this has been out of print for quite a while.
That's a nice book.
It is a nice book, and this is a recent acquisition for my good self.
Is it your one?
Yeah, this is my copy, yeah. This is a recent acquisition for my good self. This has tons and tons of great stuff in it.
They're great pictures too.
Yeah, tons and tons of great stuff in it. The reason I mention it in the context of Roy Walton is because he has, I think it's 7 contributions to this magazine, or to this book, along with the likes of Di Vernon, Larry Jennings, Bruce Savon, and countless others. I mean, that is like a who's who on the back here of contributors. Yeah, right, Tom Gagnon just bought his new book as well recently.
Cardini.
Phil Goldstein. Cardini has, I think it's a move that he's contributed to Colour Change, I believe.
Derek Dingle, who Mike Vincent talks about a lot.
Yeah, Herb Zarrow. So this is just, you know, it's
Larry Jennings.
Mike Skinner, Al Baker. So this is like the who's who at the time. So I'm just reading it. 1978 to 1988 to complete, 36 issues. So this is a collection of those issues. And there is something for everybody in here. There's stuff with cards, obviously, rope, coins, bills, rubber bands, business cards, and self-levitations.
That's great.
So if you have difficulty trying to find the Walton books, then, you know, this has some more material on here along with other great contributions as well.
So can you get your hands on this still?
You can get your hands on this currently, yeah. This is the regular edition. You can also get, I believe, still limited edition deluxe sets.
Okay.
So they're like a black cover, and they're numbered and signed. So they'll be numbered and signed by Carl Foles.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. So check them out on the site. We currently have 1 or 2 of these in stock, but we can get more until the stock's run out. And the deluxe ones I think are still on the site as of this filming, but you know they are limited edition, so they will run out quickly as well.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So guys, just to finish up on here today, you're in for a chance to win a Sentimental by Nicholas Marveris. Quite simple. You've seen us doing some flourishes today.
Yeah.
So what we would like to see is your attempt at a flourish.
Exactly. It can be anything.
Anything you want. So it doesn't have to be video, like film quality or anything like that. Just so that we can see what it is. Send it in with your name and your address. We will pick one at random, and you could be in for a chance to win Sentimental by Nicholas Marveris that's been contributed for this competition.
That's wicked, and it'd be great, guys, to see your progress too. So if you could film like picking one, then learn it. You know what I mean? That'd be great to see. Just edit it together.
Excellent.
So should we quickly as well just go over what we covered?
Yes.
So
we have looked at Interpreting Magic.
Yeah, the big book that was just there.
Yes.
Then we had
The Chronicles.
Correct.
Yep. We took a look at Celestial Mechanics.
Yeah.
We also took a look at the Legend Cups and Balls.
Yeah.
We talked about Colin Klaus's Why Flourishing course.
Yep, fantastic.
Sentimental.
Yep, Sentimental.
And a whole host of other stuff.
And this bad boy too. This is the deck shooter. This is the brown one. And basically it keeps your cards nice and protected, and then when you want,
nothing happens.
just like that. There you go. They put it the wrong way, but you know what I mean. And you can fit cards in there too.
Excellent. Okay.
Lovely.
So that's it for us for today.
I think that is it all, isn't it?
It is. So whilst Harry's trying to get that back in
There you go. Sorry, I'm just trying to think what way, but now that's better. Now look at this.
Nice.
This is a brown one, mate.
So it only leaves me to say, have a fun time at Blackpool. Please come over to the stand, see the new product, say hi. We'd love to see you. Have a great week, have a great weekend, and we will see you next time on the Alakazam Video Blog.